man. Things going on. It's like every week we've came in here, it's been some crazy shit that's happened in like the world of football. And like each time is something like either detrimental to a team specifically or a player or so. You know, we'll get into that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the Beast Radio.
The Beast Radio.
Everybody listening on
What's
the
up
Beast
with
Radio.
it?
Speaking in future tense, man. That's how live it is. We got shit back to
Yes,
the future.
sir. Everybody over there in the Beast Radio was good.
All right, man. Shout out to my man, Danger One.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, how your weekend been, man?
Lovely. Running around chasing the rugrat around.
Oh yeah.
Watching scary movies. I watched a little dope episode. It's kind of like, if you're an old nigga like me, you used to watch Are You Afraid of the Dark on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
And what's the other shit? Goosebumps. So it's another little show on Netflix called Creeped Out or some shit like that.
Okay.
I've been watching it with Lil Mama.
Gotcha.
And that shit is creepy. Like it's like the new age. Like, Are You Afraid of the Dark? And watching it, she in there screaming. Granted, she only 7 years old, so but she in there screaming, jumping around, and shit. Like it's some wild stuff. So. I mean, if you got a little one, you know what I'm saying, you need some Halloween stuff to get them in the zone, you know, check that out.
My youngest daughter, my 4-year-old, bro, she was actually very much into like Goosebumps and shit.
Right, yeah.
It was just like such a weird thing to see, like her
going back and watch. You go back and watch the episode because mine was watching. Like I watched Goosebumps that, so I went back and watched the old episodes. Like wow, this shit was crazy.
Yeah, man, that's dope though. Shout out to that, man.
Yeah.
I've been chilling, man. I've been trying to get like some chill time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if
I ain't
possible.
saying you chilling, my nigga. You just dropped the whole video, honestly. And
that's
the whole,
me with my feet up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Yeah.
kicking my feet up. But nah, I just you know, for the most part, man, just trying to just get a little personal time if I can. Nigga, dude, spend so much time doing all this other shit, man. I be trying to just chill sometimes. So I ain't really done
Better
too
do
much.
it now.
Man. Yeah.
These holidays, for one, it's gonna pick up.
Hit you right in the face.
Drop kick.
Right in the face, man. Like, but nah, man. God, I really hate to like start off with this, man. But
Yeah.
shout out to the boy Dak Prescott, man.
Man, Dakota.
Shout out to the boy Dak Prescott. Okay. You know, as a Giants fan, it was a decent game.
Right.
You know, I wasn't expecting a W, so I'm not disappointed by the outcome. But to see that happen, man, it was tough to see.
Exactly. Man,
Yeah.
prayers to that man.
Yeah, man, and it opens up a bunch of questions about like contracts and if what was the right decision, if all that type of shit, man. And you know, you really hate to get into any of that with people because you know people just don't know. They don't know anything about it. They don't know how to really go about like respecting a person's injury and separating it from the sport. It just gets real nasty sometimes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, man. I don't know. I don't really have 2 words to say about that too much. Dip into a grown man's own personal life. Like,
Right.
let that man be. He ain't worried about you, so why are you worried about him?
Cause man, that's
Besides the job that he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
nature of people. People get so tied into it, man. That's like the thing with Danny Green that happened, man, where people just, you know, threatening people for sports.
That's wild, bro.
So I hope that man is all right. I hope everything is
I hope
good,
he got
man.
an added extra security because people be halfway serious. Like, people just be talking shit sometimes. Well, that's what they'll tell the police. They come knocking on their door, but it come down to it. You know what I'm saying? I hope he got some extra security, all that extra shit. Like,
I'm sure he does.
I hope so.
Yeah, man. How's everybody out there doing, man? I know a lot of y'all had a lot to say about everything, and you know, we can even let's talk about the Cowboys game in general since we already there. You know what I mean? Let's talk about that game.
You
want to
jump that off?
Yeah, because you know, since we talking about Dakota and we talking about that, let's just stick with the NFL talk. We'll start off with NFL talk first because I know how everybody feels. Shout out to everybody watching. You know, shout out to my people out there tuned in.
Yes, sir. Everybody
we appreciate
jumping in
y'all.
live.
Make sure y'all share that, man, to your people.
Click that arrow in the bottom of the corner one time. It's just that simple.
So let's
you got
get
a
into
thumb, you got a mouse, do it.
But I thought the Cowboys played a very solid game for a team that had a couple of questionable L's.
Yeah?
I was, you know.
Shit got shaky real quick, though.
Well, that's because the Giants played a game that I don't think anybody was expecting them to play. So, with that comes, a certain level of surprise, and your quarterback got hurt.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit closer than it needed to be, man. And I don't think, as a Cowboy fan, I know they were sweating because me watching it, I just kept looking up from what I was doing. I was putting my run sheet together for this.
Yeah.
And I just kept constantly looking up to what I was doing from what I was doing. Like, damn, that shit is still close. Like, Danny Dimes with another scramble and throw to Slayton on the sideline for a catch and a Tony tiptoe. So,
but I can say though about that whole division though, when y'all play each other, y'all play each other a little harder. No matter what the fucking the record is, y'all can be 0-16 and whatever, but it's the same. It's a battle all the way to the end.
And because at the same time, you got Jason Garrett on the other side planning his offense specifically for a team that he knows pretty much the most about. I don't care who they changed or whatever they did to do whatever. He still knows that team over there. So
yeah, he does.
Yeah, man.
I don't think that you got the same coordinator. The only thing you changed was the head coach. You might have added a couple more plays, but it's pretty much Kellen Moore's offense.
Yeah.
You think he don't know what the fuck is going on over there?
And that's what's finna get crazy, man. That's what's finna be a real interesting part of this story is like how they finish out, because like if you look at where Daniel Jones finished with 222 yards, 20 attempts out of 33. Dak with 166 and an interception before he went out. He was a little shaky before he went out too. Andy Dalton filled in pretty good though.
Yeah, so. But these last couple of games though, I noticed that they've been starting off a little shaky. But when it comes to that end of that third, fourth quarter, that's when they warmed up and they're coming out firing on all.
They starting to become one of them teams that do well with playing from behind.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, and once you get that type of
better
thing,
with the pressure on.
Right. You know what I mean. So I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at the fact that they are going about it in that manner. It just sucks when your defense isn't that solid. But the defense stepped up today a little bit.
Still trash.
Yeah, they got a lot of But I also chalk a lot of that up to the not having a proper offseason in that for everybody. So
touche.
Because you got certain individuals that can pick up from nowhere and and really like have enough within them to still perform without having a lot of preparation. That's why a lot of veterans sit out of training camp. You see what I'm saying? So, and the same token, you got individuals that may need a whole training camp to get into it. So depending on the age of your players and all that too.
You got to think the whole offseason, they had Clinton Dix as a safety. And then you get rid of him right before the season started. No preseason, no nothing, no learning, just kind of.
And this is a whole new system, right? Because they got a new defensive coordinator too, which I don't. That's another question you got to ask. Why did they get rid of the defensive coordinator that they had? But you look at where he's at. He's out in Oakland winning games. See what I'm saying?
Beating the Chiefs.
Yeah, so Devonta Freeman for the Giants, 17 carries, 60 yards, and a touchdown.
Let me interrupt real quick. Did you share the call-in number?
Oh yeah, man, the call-in number is in there for anybody. It's actually in the post. I'll give it to you again. It's 469-848-2658. 469-848-2658.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, I said I was gonna tag a bunch of people in this too. I'm gonna tag y'all right now.
Tag everybody.
But yeah, man, I really want people to really, learn how to be fans of this sport. Ezekiel Elliott, 91 yards for 19 carries, 2 touchdowns. Learn how to separate the sport from reality. That man hurt himself. It ain't a positive for nobody. He was playing my team, and I didn't get excited. I felt like shit watching somebody get hurt and actually thinking we was going to win because of it. Right. So,
CD
Lamb.
Said, let me jump in. How do you feel about this? Do you think Andy Dalton will fill in the blank?
You know how I feel about Andy Dalton. You know how I feel about Andy Dalton, bro.
Yeah, I do.
And I feel that way because of the same thing I felt with who do we talk about? No, Earl Thomas.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if he was that good, like why did they let him go? You know what I mean? Like, and I always fall back into that. They don't just release good players.
Yeah,
it's not something that happens a lot in professional sports. You
got to think. I will say, the Bengals was on the down. They didn't have a lot of their players again. AJ Green was always hurt. Who was your running back? You had Mixon back there. You didn't have a sure offensive line. Your defense was suspect. So it was like maybe it was time for a change.
Right.
I still feel like Andy Dalton, unlike Earl Thomas, because he's not taking as many hits, Andy Dalton can go and fix his his legacy or whatever you want to call it, his
so.
career. Yeah, because he wasn't a bad quarterback. It's just when you start losing weapons and you don't have nobody to throw to, and you're trying to run around and your defense ain't working for you, then I mean, shit. How much can you do?
That's a very valid point.
We'll see how he plays in Dallas. He got weapons all around him. Defense is suspect as hell.
Oh, CD Lamb, 8 catches, 124 yards. He kicked ass.
Exactly. See,
my boy Darius Slayton is a star, baby. 8 catches, 129 yards. Evan Ingram, he did his thing.
He showed out today.
Yeah, so definitely a decent win for the Cowboys to kind of take control of that trash ass division. They needed to do it, so that's good for them that they did. So they lost their quarterback in the process, so that just makes their soap opera even more dramatic.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
At least they got. I just feel like they'll be all right with Andy Dalton.
Right.
I don't know how any other Cowboys fan feel.
You got faith in the what they call him,
the Red Ranger.
The Red Ranger.
The Red Ranger. Yeah, I feel like
you got some faith in that boy. I see.
I do.
Okay.
It's a quarterback, bro. If this had been like a defensive back or something like that, I'm like, your boy suspect. You know what I'm saying? Get him out of here. But you know what I'm saying? He's a quarterback. He'll be all right. You got weapons.
We'll see.
We'll see his preparation, and he was a starting quarterback last year. This ain't like 5 years removed.
It was by necessity. They didn't have nobody else there.
Exactly.
Exactly.
If Ryan Tannehill can go recreate himself in Tennessee, you don't think Andy Dalton can? This ain't his team. Shit, it wasn't even Ryan Tannehill's team.
We about to see. We finna see.
They just gave Tannehill, what, he was like the 4th highest paid quarterback now or something like that?
He kicked ass, though.
Exactly. Andy Dalton just got in. The Red Rangers just got in. We gonna see what he do.
I see. You got
and I'm not even a Cowboys fan.
That's that Fort Worth in you, bro. You got to get that.
Shout out to my niggas in Funky Town, fucking Fort Worth.
That TCU Fort Worth connection.
Funky Town, Fort Worth.
We got Carolina 23, Falcons 16, Teddy Bridgewater
balling
27 to 37, 313 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. On the other end, we had Matt Ryan, 236 yards, an interception, no touchdowns, was sacked twice. So he had a rough game.
Teddy Bridgewater has these boys with a winning record,
right?
Over 500,
right?
Playing good ball. Defense is A-okay. It's working for him.
I'm not mad at it.
Without Sir Christian McCaffrey.
Right. That's amazing. I appreciate. Shout out to him for that. Shout out to him for that. For getting it done. You know what I mean?
He has some balling.
It makes a lot of sense. And
I'm happy for Teddy Bridgewater. I like the boy.
Saying Mike Davis was 15 rushes, 89 yards, no touchdowns. Todd Gurley on the other side, 14 carries, 121 yards, a touchdown. He kicked the ass.
Shout out to Todd Gurley.
Calvin really kicked the ass. I know Julio Jones was out.
Hamstring, I think, right?
Yep. So 8 catches, 136 yards. He was pretty much the go-to. And then Robbie Anderson, who I have on my fantasy team, had a pretty decent game. 8 catches, 112 yards. DJ Moore, 4 catches, 93 yards.
Right.
So they went out there and did their thing, man. Teddy Bridgewater getting that ball and getting it out there. So
shit, Teddy B.
I'm not mad at you for that. Like come in and get a job and keep a job, my G. That's what it's about. Like keep a job, my brother. You know they scarce with the Saints. Now the game, the shocker, that I saw earlier was the Raiders.
I watched this too.
Oh man, shout out to the Raiders, bro. Like that is when you see something like that happens. Yes, shout out to the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders against the Kansas City Chiefs. Derek Carr came out and tossed the ball around. 21 to 31 for 347, 3 touchdowns and an interception. On the other end, Patrick Mahomes with his usual 342 touchdowns. He did have a pick.
Yeah.
But the last 2 weeks, it seemed like they've been playing that boy real close, and he's kind of been having different kind of games.
Yeah. They've been on it. I mean, now you got tape on the kid. He ain't here just wheeling and dealing no more.
All right.
So you can tell, what his tendencies are, even though he still does wild shit like the no-look passes and the pitches here and the tosses here, the underhand tosses and shit. Like, the kid's good. But now they're starting to catch up with him.
Let me see. The rookie running back, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 10 carries, 40 yards. Mahomes even rushed for 21 yards on 6 carries.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs, 23 carries, 77 yards, 2 touchdowns. So, I mean, this was a very, very interesting game when I tuned into it.
Yeah.
The Raiders seem poised. I think John Gruden he's as advertised.
Give him a little time.
Build up his own squad. He know what he doing.
You knew he wasn't going to change that
What's
shit
the deal,
in a
Quincy?
year.
I see you in there, bro. Appreciate you checking in with us, man.
You knew he wasn't going to change that shit in a year. So he got his own. Now he all in Las Vegas by himself. Got his own shit going.
He figured that shit out, which is what you hope for people to do when they get paid $100 million for 10 years.
Exactly.
So, shout out to him for acquiring the bag.
Let me say shout out to Henry Ruggs III. That motherfucker, the rookie, is out there catching pigskins.
Yes.
Like, he's doing his fucking job, getting his money.
Agreed. The Cardinals beat the Jets 30-10. Kyler Murray, what did he have? 369 yards and a touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 18 carries, 88 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins, 121 yards and a touchdown.
That
4
boy gets
receptions.
busy.
So we ain't got to go into what the Jets did because they didn't do nothing.
Are you a believer in Kyler Murray?
Yeah, I am. I believe he made this choice for a reason. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he's the truth, and I feel like he's showing it. Like, even if he continues at the pace that he's doing right now, he's a high-level quarterback right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, you know, he can be a bit better, but he still is a high value right now. I would take him. I'm not gonna say he's a top 15. He's in the top 25 of quarterbacks out there at least, which is, you know, saying a little bit.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
We'll see how he does. Like I say, we'll see about year 5.
Right.
I mean, because shit can be up and down right now. Ain't really no tape on the kid.
It's still, we got to get through this whole season. This season's so crazy. It's hard to even evaluate niggas right now.
Exactly.
Eagles lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's no shocker there. 29-38.
Truth.
Yeah, man, he came back with, you know, they say he healthy, and that makes
Given
a big
his
difference.
age.
Say that boy healthy now.
And he still plays the same way he played 10 years ago.
239, 3 touchdowns.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? He still gets busy. He's
Ray
slow as
McLeod.
shit now.
He's not getting out of that pocket. Ray McLeod, 2 carries, 63 yards. That boy came out and got busy.
Any nigga named Ray.
Ray McLeod.
In the
James
NFL. In the NFL.
How is that a real name? Like that. Can't be
Mr. Ray, can we get an interview?
You shouldn't be allowed to have the same name twice when they name you in the hospital. Like,
Hey.
that should only be for.
Nah, you know, nigga, they let niggas use they nicknames for as their first names now. Because they don't even call Debo Samuels, but Chris Samuels, I think it is. They can just straight call him Debo. Even when his name pop up on a little joint.
How did they even?
Debo Samuels.
How did they determine that that's? I thought that was his real name for the longest. Like I was calling him Debo.
Ain't nobody real name Debo. And if they is.
It's spelled Deebo.
Deebo. That's how his name is spelled.
Yeah, he a real one for that. Shout out to my boy. Yeah, man. Shout out to Alex Smith definitely too, bro. Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to Alex Smith.
But yeah, you see what happened here. Carson Wentz, 20 of 35, 258, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, sacked 5 times. He's under pressure, under duress, and receivers ain't getting it done. Miles Sanders, 11 carries, 80 yards. It's a rough day. It's a rough day, man. Like a rough day for him. I feel sorry for him.
Eagles fan.
Yeah, like I feel really bad for him. So
they'll be all right, though. I mean, this whole 2020 season is just crazy. I mean, most teams are performing like they should, but you got other teams that you need that knows extra reps in the training camps and the off-season preps and shit like that. Yeah, once they take away all that, you can really tell who really needs it.
Right. Yeah, I think the Eagles are pretty much dead out here. Like, you know, the Giants is real
division.
Bad. We so dead, but they super dead.
The whole division is done.
So we ain't really got to talk about this game. We know what happened. The Steelers are probably the best team in the AFC right now. So that defense is crucial. So if you're going against the Steelers right now, just be prepared for a battle. Speaking of Washington, like we just said, shout out to Alex Smith, man.
Yeah.
That come back from his situation, you know, to be able to bounce back that way. Yeah.
From that gruesome ass Joe Theismann leg break, snap this shit right now. They said 17 surgeries, damn near an infection. They was talking about amputating the boy leg. And for him to be out that many years, all that shit going on for him, and him get suited up today and then actually getting to play.
9-17, 37 yards. He got sacked 6 times though. So.
Yeah, you can tell it was. Yeah, he ain't played in 2 years, and he was kind of favoring that leg. That shit was.
It looked so crucial. I'm so sketchy about him.
Every time he would drop back, it was like, oh shit. Oh shit! So it was. And then you could tell, and it's just like D Rose, his first game back, you can tell he was like favoring that shit. But for him just to get out there and do that shit again, man, kudos to Alex Smith.
Yeah, man, that's pretty serious. Like I know, I used
to be a fan of Alex Smith too.
It looked, same. It looked bad though when I saw him. Like even he was like, his family did like a prank on him or something like that, and just like looking how he was moving on it. I'm like, that don't look like it's gonna be no good. Like that don't look like it's gonna work out.
Yeah.
Let me see here. So they got beat up by the Rams, 30-10. Jared Goff, 300 yards, over 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Akers, 9 carries, 61 yards. It was just a beat down. Everett, 4 catches, 90 yards. Woods, 4 catches, 71 yards. So he was just, tossing it around out there.
They got the receiver by committee out there.
Right.
The tight end, Cooper Kupp, Woods. You know what I'm saying? They do their thing out there.
Right. Currently, the Vikings are playing the Seahawks. The Vikings are up 10-0.
That's surprising.
3:14 left in the second quarter. But you know how Russ operates.
Yeah.
You know how Russ operates. Bengals and Ravens. Ravens beat the shit out of the Bengals 27-3. Joe Burrow, 183 yards and interception. Joe Mixon, 24 carries, 59 yards. Marquise Brown, 6 catches, 77 yards. Right, Hollywood Brown. Yeah, I think the Seahawks are turning around. We'll check back in that in a few minutes.
They still got a whole fucking half. They finna go in here, Pete Carroll finna be like, Russ,
figure it out.
Do your shit, kinfolk. And then it's gonna be watch. We're gonna check the score in the morning. It's gonna be like 300-7.
Texans, Jaguars. Texans 30, Jaguars 14. So the Texans got to win after they fired their coach. Coincidentally, huh? Deshaun Watson kicked the ass, 359 yards, 3 touchdowns. David Johnson actually got busy. Shout out to David Johnson.
That ain't gonna happen again. I believe it.
17 carries, 96 yards. Brandon Cooks.
My bitch ass.
8 catches, 161 yards in a touchdown.
Set his ass down today. Because he didn't even give me no points. I think he got me like -2 points last week. He ain't do nothing last week. So I sat him this week. Like, you bum.
Listen, let me tell you something.
I'm not a believer in Brandon Cooks.
Two of my starting 2 running backs play for the same team, and that team isn't playing this week, and I couldn't switch them.
The Broncos.
The Broncos,
yeah.
So,
you couldn't switch them. That's terrible.
It wasn't nobody. The dude I tried to switch him with was J.D. McKissick. I did switch him and then forgot to sub him in. So he played, and it was too late for me to switch him. I was like, so no running backs.
Damn.
No running backs, cool. We'll just go into this week with no running backs. It's fine. That's how we operate.
Yeah.
Dolphins, 49ers. Dolphins beat the pants off the Niners.
Brakes off the Dolphins. If you're a Miami fan, it is a wild
Fitz magic, man. That man continues to get it done. Listen, 350 yards and 3 touchdowns are not pedestrian numbers.
That
on
boy
a 2
is chunking the peel around.
Raheem Mostert, 11 carries, 90 yards. Preston Williams, 4 catches, 106 yards.
Yeah.
Got it done out there, man. I'm not mad at that.
43-17. 14 in the first, 16 in the second, bro.
Right.
That damn Fitzmagic. I wanted to pick him up on my fantasy roster. I swear I did, because I know he's going to ball these first couple games.
He's going to give you something.
But I'm just like so suspect.
Browns with another win, 4-1. Shout out to the Cleveland
Browns. Cleveland is the city where we come
32-23, Baker Mayfield, 21-37, 247 yards, 2 touchdowns. Shout out to him. Kareem Hunt, getting a second chance at life, 20 carries, 72 yards. Jarvis Landry had a decent game, 4 catches, 88 yards.
Yeah.
So, some decent games today if you had a chance to check them out. A couple that got canceled. So, yeah, he is inconsistent. That is the problem when it comes to Baker. But, that comes.
He's starting to catch on.
Right.
He's starting to catch on. We starting to see that they're not 4-1 for no reason. I mean, they got that defense, too.
Right.
Myles Garrett and them boys is crazy, but Baker's starting to catch on.
Yeah. Chargers Saints is the Monday night game. And then there's a Tuesday night game because of COVID.
Night.
So shout out to COVID for the Tuesday night game.
Yeah.
Bills Titans, get that one done. Who you think pulling the Saints and Chargers out? Hard to go against the Saints in that scenario.
Yeah, they at home too in the Superdome. I'm gonna ride with the Saints and Drew. I'm not sure about black people, Drew Brees.
Yeah. Bills Titans, how you feeling that one? This Bills easy for me. Just
Bills?
Looking at it. They both are undefeated.
Both undefeated.
But the Bills play the kind of football that I like.
Where they playing it in Nashville?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I think they might hand them their first loss.
Okay.
I'm gonna ride with the Titans. Like I said, I got a little faith in Tannehill.
That's just because you from Memphis.
I'm just saying. It don't matter where I'm from. I see good football.
It's a bias. It was the Compton Titans. They got you.
The Compton Titans. No. Hey, this is probably a team out there named the Compton Titans.
It was. Shout out to the homies that you should play for the Titans, man. What was the other team in Compton, the football team, man? Shout out to everybody watching. If you ain't here from Compton right now, what was the other team in Compton, the football team that everybody played for? I can't remember right now. It's missing me right now. But if y'all hit me with that, You a real one. I'll send you a T-shirt in the mail if you tell me right now.
That shit is stupid.
Oh man, so let me see. Let me look at this sheet, man. We talked about Dak. We can talk about the NBA. Let's get into this last game. Let's get a live look at where we at with that one though.
Let's jump right to
it. Let's get it, man.
I'm updating my shit right now.
79 Lakers, 46. 79 to 46. Lakers up. So I think that says a lot. You know, I don't have to beat a dead horse.
4-10 in the third quarter.
Which means you're dead on arrival unless you come out here and do something crazy. So we'll talk about that because I know a lot of people on the last episode, a lot of people just kind of felt like, you know, there was still a chance for them. A lot of stuff that was going on. So I just found a couple of interesting stats for anybody, you know. Mm-hmm. So, you know, last game we had LeBron scored a game high of 40.
Yeah.
15 to 21 field goal percentage. Decent game, 13 boards, 7 assists, 3 steals. So, but some people still felt like that wasn't enough.
What else are you supposed to do when you score 40?
Right.
What else did he get? 13 rebounds?
Yeah. 13 boards.
He was the high on the did he have the high of the night on rebounds?
Yes.
Okay. So he got the high in points, he got the high in rebounds. I'm pretty sure he had the high in the game of assists.
Right.
How many did Jimmy have? He had the triple-double that night, so he didn't have that more than Jimmy. So you had the high on the team with assists. So you're doing everything. What the hell else do you want him to do?
Now, Miami did hit 14 three-pointers, 42 point percentage from three-pointers.
Jimmy fucking Butler was hitting some crazy,
their highest mark of the season.
shots.
Duncan Robinson accounted for half of Miami's threes.
Duncan Robinson is got a crazy shot. Him and Hero, they can shoot that fucking pill.
Now, there were a lot of people who were talking about Danny Green's minutes and what he did and what he didn't do. Mm-hmm. Danny Green played 24 minutes.
Yeah.
In those 24 minutes, the Lakers outscored the Heat by at least 29.6 points per 100 possessions. Yeah. So his plus minus, and I wrote this down. Where is it? His plus minus? Yes.
Yeah.
In the time frame that he played, which is about 7 minutes and 21 seconds in the fourth quarter, was a +8. The only other player on the floor with that was Anthony Davis. So he's playing at a level where he's efficient while he's out there.
Yeah, doing his thing.
For all of y'all that's talking about everything that they had to say about him coming in the game, the time frame he came in the game, was he ready? He was efficient while he was out there.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Miami played a great game. They did. But he came up short, man. But let's not sleep on who Danny Green is and what he's done.
Exactly.
When it comes to, you know.
Like I told you on the way over here, you got to take in consideration the pass that came to him. He had to reach down all the way to the ground to grab it.
Right.
With, I forgot, I think it was Tyler Hero coming flying at him. So he had to catch it and then shoot it before Hero gets to him.
Exactly.
So not realizing how much time he has on the clock, knowing he had, I think it was like 10 seconds at that time. So you don't know what time you have, how many more seconds you have grabbing the ball, trying to dodge Hero or Duncan Robinson. So he chunks it up. Of course he's going to do it.
Right.
My whole thing, like I said, is when the twin grabbed it again, he should have known you had Danny Green that can hit a three-pointer, regardless if he just missed it or not. That boy is still money from outside.
The first thing I thought about when I saw him pass it to Anthony Davis, I thought about that quote from him where he was like, yeah, Anthony Davis is the best player in the world. Look at that. Get off his nuts, nigga, and pass the ball back to the nigga who just missed so he can make it.
Exactly. Calm, feet set, shoulders locked in, elbow tucked in. He gonna hit that hoe that second time. He had 3 seconds left.
Right.
By the time he had enough time to get his shit right.
Yeah, man. So shout out to them for that. And you know, that's just for people who, if you looking for what the good basketball play was, that was the good basketball play.
Yeah.
And if you and that's the other thing. So if y'all have seen LeBron James in the past and you watched him play games before, what did you expect him to do?
You shouldn't have been surprised that he was going to pass that ball.
What did you expect him to do? Was this the first time he's done this?
No, this is not the first
time. Use
that
nigga for that. Yeah. That was the play. Danny Green is one of the most efficient shooters in the history of the NBA Finals.
Exactly.
The man hit 7 threes against Miami when LeBron was on the other team to help win it for the Spurs. Like, y'all niggas don't watch enough basketball. Either that or you don't remember enough. Like, we're not talking about, you talking about Kentavious Caldwell Pope. If you give me Danny Green, you get a pickup game. Last two niggas to pick is Danny Green and Kentavious Caldwell Pope, and I know I may need a nigga to hit a 3 for me.
Yep.
I'm not going with KCP. I'm going with Danny Green.
Going with Danny Green.
The man just played in the finals last year and had a very efficient finals from 3. He had
a champion from last year.
He's basically like damn near, I think they said it's like 42 to 43% all time from 3 in the finals.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Stop playing with that man.
Like I say, taking consideration the whole factor, what do you expect that man to do? Grabbing at the ground, picking the ball up off the ground, trying to shoot it before a player comes flying at him.
For all y'all LeBron haters, we're going to have a little fun here, right? we're gonna talk about the things that LeBron has done in the playoffs alone, not even the regular season. We're gonna go on some playoff stats for y'all that didn't know.
Yeah.
So playoff games played, he is number 1 at 259.
Okay.
Tying Derek Fisher for most all time. Now, that's dope. Think about how hard he plays.
Yeah, he does.
Think about all that.
Mm-hmm.
He's tied for top in all time.
Mm-hmm.
His usage rate is 32%, so they're using the fuck out of him while he's in there.
Yeah.
He ain't never missed one.
Ain't missed a playoff game.
He has never missed one. Shout out to Avery, bro. Mom said Avery watching. Let me watch my language. I'm sorry.
Hey, Avery.
He's never missed one, bro.
Mm-hmm. Even after winning the Miami game when they turned up the heat in San Antonio, I think
tried to sweatbox that boy out. He was catching cramps, almost died.
Exactly. And then he came back and played a couple days later.
So since his debut in the playoffs in 2006, he's never missed a single playoff game due to an injury. Not one. So almost every year the finals are affected by major injuries. Last year it was Durant, Klay Thompson. This year, Dragic, Bam Adebayo.
Yep.
He's never missed one, people. Most consecutive playoff games played of all time, LeBron James is ahead, 258. The next closest person, just in case y'all thought somebody was going to catch him, John Stockton.
Nobody from this era.
It's John Stockton, then Michael Jordan at 179, then Wilt is still at 160. So y'all keep that going.
Stephen Clay ain't even on the list.
Active players right now, second is James Harden because he has 128.
Yeah.
But, whatever to that.
Exactly.
He ain't going to catch LeBron.
No.
Playoff minutes played, 10,728. So right now, Durant ranks second among active players in total playoff minutes played, sitting at 5,598.
Bro. But let's think about it, though. If you take...
Oh, come on, man.
If you take Durant off of that team, it's just a basic team. If you take LeBron off of that team, they're not even a playoff team.
No.
So...
look at this graph. So it has playoff minutes and scoring active NBA players. It's like it has LeBron James in the far right, and then everybody else just bunched together.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here, man.
Wow.
Playoff points scored, 7,423. So don't just think he out there doing whatever, bro. He's out there getting to it.
He's never missed a year of the playoffs, has he? Besides last year? The Lake Show when he was out with injury?
Yeah, that was the first time since he started this run of making the playoffs that he's missing. Because that early, that first year, Cleveland with the Cavs, they was trash.
Yeah, okay.
So,
right.
As far as playoff points scored, only one other active player has half as many points as James. And that's Durant. He has 4,000. James has the 7,423. The closest person is 4,043. So he's getting to it. He's still getting to it.
That boy's a bucket.
What else we got? Playoff assists, 1,854. Come on, bro. He's at this point, you know what I'm saying? He's already surpassing the legends at where he is on these lists. You know what I'm saying? But he's just, come on. In every statistical category. Closeout win percentage. So when it's time to close out the series, how does he come out? 79%. So when it's time to get it done, he has a 79 percentage at that. Come on, man. Y'all have to start showing that man some respect. I don't get it.
The funny thing is, though, is that they see this. They know all these. They may not know the numbers, but if you see LeBron keep making it to the playoffs, he's been in the finals 9 out of the last 10 years. He's been in the league 17 years. He's been into the finals 10 years. Come on, bro. What do you mean? What are you trying to tell me? What's bad about LeBron? He doesn't get it done?
His record in closeout games is 38-10.
38-10.
So when it's time to put niggas to bed,
it's time to go to bed.
Only Derek Fisher has more. But the percentage is different because Derek Fisher is 39-12. So LeBron gets it done faster.
You can't really say fucking Derek Fisher. Because
that's just Kobe, Shaq.
He was just on the team.
On.
It's LeBron. And then, the third one is Tim Duncan with 35 and 14. I give Timmy more credit than that.
Yeah, man.
Than I will Derek Fisher.
Yeah, so I think when you speak about LeBron, man, you got to really speak about him in the context of what he really is and what he really does. It's not just about him hopping the teams and doing what he does. He's going to these teams
and making them win.
So we can kind of even delve into that a little bit more since we'll go into this. And shout out to buzzer beaters and people who talk about players playing in the clutch and all of that. So a lot of people feel like LeBron doesn't have the killer instinct, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So if a person asks you who has the most postseason buzzer beaters of all time, who would you say?
I'm pretty sure they're going to bring up either Mike or Steph.
And y'all don't Google it right now. For those that's watching, if I asked you right now, most postseason buzzer beaters, who you saying is it? Who you think it's gonna be?
It's not gonna be.
You got Kobe out there, Dame Lillard, Paul Pierce, Jerry West.
It's gonna be one of them. It's probably gonna be Steph. They're gonna say, or damn, who else did I just say?
I just because people really be talking about this, and I really want people to know that sometimes you can look at the games and really be missing shit. So the most postseason buzzer beaters of all time, LeBron James. He has 5. Yep. Now, this number is skewed because LeBron has played in more playoff games than anybody else. So you have to take that into context as well, but that still doesn't give it any excuse.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan is there with 3. Damian Lillard has 2, Paul Pierce 2, Jerry West 2, and then JoJo White. For all of y'all who really don't know no basketball, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna put you up on something. Additionally, LeBron and Russell Westbrook are the only 2 players to twice pair a buzzer beater with a triple-double. That's next level right there.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Sounds about right, though.
So let's dig. I just wanted to dig a little deeper into this because I thought this was super interesting, right? So most unassisted buzzer beaters, that's just off the dribble. Man-to-man coverage, you got the ball, it's 4 to 5 seconds left, they give you the ball, you get something done with it, right? Who you think would be number 1 on there, y'all? You gonna always say Jordan.
You gonna say Jordan up top?
No, it's Joe Johnson.
Yo, big bro. Shout out to big bro.
Shout out to that man, it's my doppelganger, bro. I just wish I had the same kind of money.
Yeah. Even that nigga jumper. Did you see that picture they posted of him talking about he NBA ready still?
Yeah, because he is. They just ain't gonna give him a chance. He out there kicking ass in the basketball tournament, though, winning that $1 million. Everywhere he goes, he wins.
I was going to say, so he won the big 3 last year, and now he's in the basketball tournament.
He's still one of the best basketball players on the planet. He's proven that. I'm going wherever you say that they hooping at, and I'm showing up smashing. Yeah. So most unassisted buzzer beaters. Yeah, shout out to Joe. Joe with 7, Jordan with 7, Pierce with 6, Gilbert Arenas with 5. Shout out to Gilly. Kobe with 5, and then Dwayne Wade with 5. Shout out to Flash. Johnson did most of his damage in his 3.5 seasons in Brooklyn, where he hit 5 buzzer beaters. He previously hit 2 for the Hawks and added 1 more for the Jazz in Game 1 of a 2017 first-round series against the Clippers. It was only of his 8 to come in the postseason. So that boy gets busy when it's time.
Joe Johnson is a bucket.
Okay, so then we got buzzer beaters that ended a playoff series, which is basically you needed a shot to put somebody to bed, right?
Last game, yeah.
So we got Kawhi has 1. He got it with the Raptors last year against the Nets, the Sixers. We all saw that. We saw how that happened.
With the bounce.
We got Kawhi on there. We got Damian Lillard on there twice. Show you how serious he is. Once in the 2014 Western Conference Finals in the first round when he put out the Rockets on that crazy 3 off that come around. And then, of course, the one against the Thunder where he buried Paul George's overrated defense and sent him home and waved at him. John Stockton hit 1 in 97 with the Rockets. Michael Jordan is on here twice for 93 and 89, both against the Cavs.
Shout out to the Cavs. One with the Craig Elo game.
Yeah.
The 89 one.
He hit them both with that fire. You know what I'm saying? So, Derek McKay for the Sonics in 69, does that say?
Derek McKay.
89. Derek McKay in 89. Ralph Sampson in 86.
Ralph Sampson.
JoJo White apparently got busy for the Celtics. In 74, he's on here. His opponent was the Braves, though. That goes back to that story of the Celtics was playing a bunch of nobodies.
Yeah.
And then Tom.
That was the ABA. Tom
Henson for the Celtics again in the 1960 finals against the Warriors. So when Jordan retired for the first time after the 92-93 season, his 4 career buzzer beaters were tied for the most all time. When he retired for a second time 5 years later, he had twice as many buzzer beaters as any other player in the history. And when he retired for a final time after the 2002-2003 season, he had 9 buzzer beaters. No other player had more than 4 at the time. So, listen, you talk about whoever you want to talk about, Michael Jordan used to get it done. Okay?
I think people know that.
Yeah, I don't think. What are you going to say? All right, so most buzzer beaters made with the team trailing. Kobe leads this. 6 of them. My boy Vince Carter with 5.
That's the New Jersey Net days.
Larry Bird 4, and then Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is on every list, so he has 4. Kobe Bryant hit 4 buzzer beaters from 02 to 04 and then added the 5th in the 2006 playoffs. He wouldn't hit another one for at least 3 years later, and then from December 4th, 2009 to January 2010, he hit 3 more buzzer beaters in less than a month. all while the Lakers trailing at the time he shot each of them. The run of winners cemented his legacy as one of the most dramatic finishers in the history of the game. Shout out to the Mamba. Shout out to the Mamba as usual. Man, I thought that was pretty dope. Like people, like you gotta watch when you talk about people, man. Like LeBron is in the same. He may not be what y'all consider the killer instinct. Oh, he can't be a killer. But then you go back to look at a closeout game today, where he actually had he gave him some breathing room before. Now you look at the scores, 87-63. It's a wrap. Like it's a wrap.
10 minutes left in the fourth.
It's been fun. It's been fun, Miami. It really was.
What did you think was gonna happen?
It's been fun.
Jimmy probably out there. You got a box score on that?
Right now, let's see. Let's go. I'm sure there's a way where there's a will. Oh, I know what I gotta do. There we go. But no, I mean, I it's no surprise. We knew what was gonna happen from this. We knew what was gonna come from it. We knew that if you gave him another opportunity to get it done, it was gonna happen. Anthony Davis has 15. Bronny has 19. He has a 19 and 11, and now he almost has a triple double. As usual. KCP has 17, so we see where that's coming from. Rondo on the bench with 19, so hitting it from every angle.
Playoff Rondo.
Bam has 17 and 6. Jimmy Butler with 10 and 7. With
that
7
boy
and
tired.
6. Yeah, he is.
You can see who's built for this. Like, you wasn't ready. I mean, you played a good game. You gave it everything you got, but we can see you gave it everything you got.
Fun time.
You gave it everything you got last game.
Fun time, man. It's been cute watching.
It's too late for Bam to come back.
It's been cute watching.
Too late for Goran Dragic to come back and do anything. Like,
get that good old W. That good old W.
You didn't think LeBron was going to come full steam this game? It's time to go home. It's time to go back to L.A.
That's pretty uneventful. You know,
and let's shout out to Rondo for being, I think, one of 2 players, if I'm not mistaken, to win an NBA championship with the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers.
Wow.
It's not a long list if I remember correctly. Somebody from like the fucking 60s, if I'm not mistaken.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so with this
I
win
didn't
tonight,
even think about that.
Yeah, he has won a championship with the Lakers and the Celtics.
He's responsible for us tying the Celtics
for 2 of those championships out of that whole rivalry. Rondo was a part of.
17, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not mad at Rondo for that, man. Shout out to him. That's a very important
That is crazy. He got both the 17. Yeah, he got the Celtics. That was their last one. Yeah, and now the Lakers. 17. And he was a very vital part in both of them.
He put them ahead of us, and then now he's putting us back tight.
That's crazy. Shout out to Rondo.
Yeah. I don't know how much baseball y'all been watching, man, but it's only 2 series left, if I'm not mistaken.
Man.
My Yankees went home, you know.
Man, them Tampa Bay Rays, you know, I pay attention to that shit.
Yankees went home,
This whole little reboot of the season, they've been playing some fucking baseball.
We didn't come prepared for them, man. They came out, and it was one of those cases of look at the big payroll, the highly priced players against the up and coming team, and they did their thing. So they get to go against the Houston Astros, which people talk shit about the Astros not, cheating and all of that.
Ain't no drum out there.
They're right back out there, bro. That's just a well-oiled machine as far as how they run their shit. So
shout out to the Houston Astros and the Tampa Bay Rays in the American League.
We got the Dodgers versus the Braves, which is going to be interesting.
Clayton Kershaw is out there wheeling and dealing.
Yeah,
but them damn Braves are playing some baseball.
Yeah.
That Freddie Acuna Jr., if I'm saying his name correctly, like that boy, you can't get really shit past him. And he's out there with that glove playing defense.
Exactly. So it's 2 interesting series, man. I'm glad they're getting a chance to finish out their season and their playoffs. I think that's pretty dope amongst everything else that's been going on. So it'd be interesting to see the Dodgers win it.
I hope the Dodgers don't turn into the Dodgers and take that L.
But they typically do.
Like they typically do. They usually play great baseball all season, get to the playoffs or get into that game they need, and take that L.
Let me see. So, I mean, if y'all into baseball.
And then on top of that, the World Series will be played in Arlington at the new Rangers.
I forgot about that.
The new Rangers ballpark. Built that a good thing. We didn't even get a full season out of it. So now they playing the World Series in there.
Good old bubble.
That is dope. So
bubble it up.
You know that damn them tickets to that game. They were letting I want to say 25% of people in there or something like that for each game. So if you can get some tickets, holla at your boy. I'll tag along.
We also had college football this weekend, so
Yeah.
I don't know how many of y'all watch college football, but I figure we can run through a few of those games, for the sake of people that seen some of them.
Let's go.
At least talk about some of the top 25. So we had number 1 Clemson. Let me make this bigger because I'm turning into an old man. Number 1 Clemson at number 7 Miami. Clemson won 42-17. No real surprise there.
Clemson playing ball this year.
Yeah.
They still got you still got your number 1 draft pick quarterback
It's
playing.
the best team in the ACC consistently. Trevor Lawrence is amazing.
Yeah. And then that running back.
Oh yeah, come on.
ETN,
Travis Etienne,
that boy be running the fucking
the
ball.
defense pretty much just killed the Miami quarterback, De'Aaron King. It was nothing he could do.
Yeah.
You playing against a defensive line that's guaranteed to make the NFL each time they step on the field. So
exactly.
You fought a valiant fight there. Good job to y'all. Got Alabama beat up on Ole Miss. Mac Jones doing his thing.
Yeah.
Is Tua's little brother still playing for Alabama? He's still there, ain't he?
I think he's second string now. But I think he redshirted his first year, so he's still got a couple years before what's name gonna put him out there.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe so.
Do you got stats on the game Najee Harris had that night?
Najee Harris?
Yeah. For Alabama. 23 rushing yards, 248 total yards, 5 touchdowns. The kid was all over the place. He had a fucking game. So that's the reason it was 63-48. Najee Harris had a damn game for him.
That's the most concerning part about this game that I'm seeing is the fact that Alabama allowed Ole Miss to score 48 points on them.
Yeah.
Like that's rather alarming, you know what I mean, for the sake of.
But you figured that usually if you're not playing one of the little colleges, if you score 63 and you playing an Ole Miss, a big name college, then they're gonna typically score a shitload of points too.
Right. Notre Dame 42, Florida State 26. No shock there. This was it's the first game Notre Dame has played since September 19th. So a little slow start, but it is what it is. Kyron Williams fumbled on the first offensive drive, so apparently it was ugly. Chris Tyree had 103 yards and a touchdown, so ran dominant game for Notre Dame. Auburn beat Arkansas 30-28, which is a lot closer. So they 2-1. Auburn is 2-1. So
number 13.
They got they got to play, sir. You know who they got to play. So
exactly, it's coming.
Man, all these games are just like blah 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 blah, but still.
And there's only so much in this season that you can do. You're only playing the conference game. So
what I thought was wild is in the top 25 they actually have teams that haven't played yet, but are already ranked higher than other teams that have already played and haven't lost.
Yeah.
So like Ohio State is like number 9 on there and they ain't even played yet, but there's other teams below them that won games already.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is crazy. Georgia beat up on Tennessee 44-21. Just an ugly game.
Number 3 Georgia. Number 14 Tennessee.
BYU. 27.
Was that University of Texas at San Antonio?
Yeah. 20.
In that conference, yeah.
Yeah, that's BYU.
27-20. It looked like it was a closer game than what it should have been.
Right.
Number 15, BYU.
Oklahoma 53.
The Red River rivalry.
Come on, man.
At the OG Cotton Bowl.
53-45, 4 overtime game.
Bro, that game was bananas.
Yeah, it was. Sam Ehlinger getting it done.
Yeah.
But, it just wasn't enough.
Shout out to the only thing is missing from that is we didn't have the fucking fair to go with it. Like, the Big Tex was out there, but it wasn't no.
I wasn't going to do that drive-through, get the food shit. That shit was corny.
Nah.
Miss me with that. I'm not pulling up to no stop to get no turkey leg in my car.
If I can't walk around, trot around on that giant, I'm good. So.
And then the line's all packed and shit like that, so you can't even really get through.
And see, I'm one of the people, I enjoy the fair for what it's worth. I expect it to be packed. I expect it to be a trillion people. Like, I'm cool with that. I understand. I can't wait for the lights to get dark out there so all the fair lights can show up and all that. Yeah. Let's go. Let's eat.
Very disappointing.
It's all good. Good old COVID.
Texas A&M 41, Florida 38. So that's kind of an upset there. We'll say that. This is probably the biggest win since Jimbo Fisher's been there for them.
Jimbo Fisher.
So shout out to him for that.
He needed a good win. They was starting to question Jimbo out there. So I know that for a fact. So
at the bottom of the day out there was good old LSU losing to Missouri. So 45-41. Shout out to y'all for dropping the ball there.
Yep.
Now, who's to say what Missouri turns out being, but still, though, to lose to them right now is just
I think
it's just a shady time in college football, man. It's hard to determine what's
ain't none of these seasons. The only successful season we had is the NBA season. Right. WNBA season was cool too, but those you got to think about those were seasons in the bubble. The hockey season was great because it worked because you in the bubble. But all these teams flying around, you seen baseball had to cut off a couple teams and they made some schedule changes. The NFL has schedule changes, so it's like. You same thing with college football. You moving around, going home, doing this, and intervening with people like this ain't right. Teams starting late, like you said earlier. Like, come on now. Come on.
North Carolina, number 8, North Carolina beat Virginia Tech 56-45. No shock there.
Number 8, North Carolina Tar Heels. That's a basketball school, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, if you didn't know so.
And for them to be ranked number 8, that's awesome.
And then number 24, Iowa State beat up on Texas Tech 31-15. So, yeah, man, just an interesting weekend in sports. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of different moving parts, a lot of moving pieces. I saw Michael Thomas got suspended for a fight with a teammate.
Dealing on somebody.
So he's not going to be in that Saints game we talked about tomorrow.
Oh.
The Lakers are now winning 94-71 with 6 minutes left.
Yep.
So all y'all that was out there talking shit about the Lakers, I know when I get back on, y'all gonna still have something to say because y'all are haters.
That was like the Lakers in trouble. Is this it for LeBron?
Oh, look at y'all.
LeBron can't do it? He kicked it to Danny Green. Now these boys up 93-69.
Right. Y'all worried about the game then. Okay, we stretched it out a little bit further. Oh, if Goran Dragic comes back, it's going down.
If Goran Dragic, he still has a torn plantar fasciitis, or however you say that.
He's playing.
Yeah, okay, but he's not. It's not the same Goran Dragic that we know. What they call him, the Dragon.
Oh yeah, I think so.
I don't want to mess that up, so I think it's Dragon something, not Cisco though. So,
let me see. Oh, Garoppolo got benched.
Yeah.
That's what I had to start at my quarterback today. Fantasy football is trash as fuck for me this year. I'm finna just forfeit.
Because you don't know who's finna be in here.
I hate it, bro. I hate it.
Right.
I hate it right now. It's not what I expected. It's just, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it.
Let me run this real quick, though. Tampa Bay is beating Houston 2-1 in the top of the 6th. No outs, 1 on. This is game 1 of the ALCS. So they plan to go to Arlington.
Oh, okay.
So they're up right now. And then we got, what is the game of the night? Seattle is losing, I think it's 13 or 0-13. That was a terrible. Shout out. I can't find it on my timeline.
Yeah, man. Well, that's I think we done ran through just about everything and a little bit more, man. I hope everybody out there is good. I hope everybody's living their lives accordingly to how lives should be lived. We got a few things coming up, a few things booked. We got I guess we can talk about it now since we got it scheduled. We got an episode of Life Behind Bars. We're going to be filming live like we usually do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nothing new there. We're going to be filming that live here on the 22nd. It should be on the 22nd at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for all you Texans. I got the incomparable Mr. Mousequake himself, the producer, engineer,
yes, sir.
For not only the stars, but looking out for the locals as well.
Yeah.
We also got my boy DJ Mike B coming back. We actually had him on before, and the lights went out on us, man. So shout out to him for coming back and fulfilling that obligation to help us out, man.
That boy's a trooper.
Yeah, man. He was definitely more than willing to come help us out. And then we also got Roderick Pullum from the Dallas Observer. He writes in their music section, so. You'd be able to, get some information, man, and ask questions live to some people who got the know and that's in the know, and really give you a perspective on things and what you should be looking for, how you should be how you should be getting noticed by people, how you should go about communicating and networking and things like that, man. Or common business etiquette, that goes deeper than just putting rhymes on some paper.
Yeah, so. True life, true fucking story.
Other than that, man, we still, same old same, keeping everything afloat.
Matter of fact, I'm working currently and works on that episode 2 with a kickback, so y'all stay tuned for that. And should I bring up the tournament? You think I should just
let them wait on that?
Put a little flavor in your ear?
Yeah, we'll let them wait on that.
All I'm gonna say is, if y'all can play basketball, y'all get ready.
It's lit.
Trust and believe.
Once we have a date set, then we'll tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? That way we'll stop giving y'all too much coming soon, because y'all, I don't want nobody stealing our ideas, man.
Yeah, just trust me. It's coming. You know me, you know it's coming. Pause.
My Giants lost again. Shout out to Dak Prescott. Hopefully that man makes it out, makes it back.
Yeah.
It's a nasty one, but you know what they call it, a minor setback for a major comeback. That's usually
he'll be all right.
He'll be good.
All right.
You know
I don't even think they got news on him yet.
Nah, they ain't said nothing about it.
But hopefully the boy all right.
Yeah. Oh, it's a compound ankle fracture.
Ooh.
That's what it is. Okay.
You would say he out? And that's per Todd Archer.
Yeah, you know, they probably don't. He can't be coming back after how that looked.
Nah, I think he may be done for the year.
Not a compound ankle fracture. Lakers up 22. Shout out to everybody watching, man. Shout out to everybody tuned in. Again, if you miss us live, you can catch us on the Beast Radio.
The Beast Radio.
If you're listening, we at the end of the show. Thank you for listening on the Beast Radio. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody over there, man. Shout out to everybody out there on this Sunday. As usual, y'all be good and be light.
Keep it beautiful. I'd like to take this chance